Hi there. It's October the 12th, and today we're continuing our journey through the prophecies of Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu in Hebrew, meaning the Lord establishes, and we're looking at Jeremiah chapter 19 to 21. In chapter 19, Jeremiah takes the elders of Jerusalem and he takes them down to the valley of Tophet, and that is also called Hinnom, and Tophet means contempt, the valley of contempt, and he takes with him a potter's bottle. He takes with him a clay bottle, and he goes down there and he prophesies that there is going to come disaster on Jerusalem. He's been prophesying this all along, but he smashes the bottle and he demonstrates by this that this is how the Lord is going to break up Jerusalem. Not only that, but Jerusalem is going to be besieged, and during the siege terrible things are going to happen, including cannibalism. And he says that this place is going to be called it is going to become an actual place, Tophet. It's going to become an actual place of contempt, and it's going to become a place that is really awful in its nature. And after that, it will be known as a place of brokenness forevermore, because this is how the picture he's broken up the bottle. Then in chapter 20. Jeremiah takes the high priest, or he goes to see the high priest Pashur. Pashur is actually against Jeremiah, and Pashur actually strikes Jeremiah, and he because of the things he's been prophesying against Jerusalem, and he has him put in the stocks. Pashur's name, by the way, means freedom, but Jeremiah says that his name is going to be changed, and his name is going to become Magur Misaviv, which means a terror all around, because there's going to come to Jerusalem a terror around the place. Jeremiah is by now so tired of this treatment that he's getting from the other prophets and from the priests that he decides he's no longer going to speak. And in verse 7 he quietens down and he says, I'm not going to speak this word from the Lord anymore because it's so painful. But he says, God's word in me was like a fire building up inside me. I have to speak out. And then there's this amazing outburst of praise, first of all, where he says, the Lord is with me, and I have to sing to the Lord. But then he curses the day of his own birth. He's so frustrated with what's going on. He's so ashamed of what's happening that he curses the day of his own birth, rather like Job had done before. And then to cap it all, in chapter 21, King Zedekiah sends Pashur, who has just made such an abuse of Jeremiah, and Zephaniah, the priest, also go, and they ask Jeremiah to prophesy and to tell them what the Lord is going to do, and they're looking for good things. They're looking for Jeremiah to speak positive words. But of course Jeremiah just says that Jerusalem is going to become captive to Babylon, and actually that the Lord is actually going to save them so that Nebuchadnezzar can attack them and deport them and carry them away. Nebuchadnezzar is going to be the great emperor of Babylon who comes and destroys Jerusalem eventually, and a fire will devour the city. We have to feel for Jeremiah in this situation, the terrible situation he's in of this trouble that's coming against Jerusalem. And he would rather be quiet, but actually he knows he has to speak out. We must be true to the Lord when he calls us to speak and to declare what he's calling us to declare, because his word is not like a raging, devouring fire within us, but is actually like a fire of purification and also a holy fire within us. So like Jeremiah, we can be those who speak fearlessly in the name of the Lord, to bring, not this time judgment, to bring the message of his mercy. Have a very good October 12th.